Now, President William Ruto has reiterated the need to review Kenya's foreign policy to align it with global trends while protecting national interests.
He was addressing a consultative conference to review Kenya's foreign policy at the Kenyatta International Conference Center in Nairobi.
Kenya's head of state, President William Ruto, says that the country's drive to bring about national economic reforms requires a forward-looking, stable, patriotic, and people-oriented foreign policy.
Globalization has driven intensive integration and interdependence, blurring the line between domestic and foreign policy. This makes it imperative to redefine and reestablish a distinct, comprehensive foreign policy framework. And this is the exercise this ministry is engaged in.
It is our desire that through this kind of interaction, under your leadership, Your Excellency, we can perhaps coin something that we might call foreign policy machinani, so that we can get the ordinary citizen, the young men and women of this country, to understand why it is important for a nation to engage with the globe.
He said reviewing the 2014 Kenyan foreign policy would boost the country's investment appeal and its stature in international diplomacy.
And sustaining this positive legacy is an important strategic priority for us.
This, our national interest, is essential to our national survival. And therefore, this foreign policy is about the sustainability of our country in the decades and centuries to come.
He, however, lauded diplomatic achievements achieved so far.
I commend the Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary and the Ministry of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs for their thorough, consultative, and inclusive manner in which they have undertaken their work, and call upon all of us, all the stakeholders, both in private and public, as well as our local, regional, and international partners, to collaborate with us.
In the draft document that has been in the pipeline for 7 months now, has 10 objectives that include protecting Kenya's sovereignty and territorial integrity, promoting and protecting the country's global image and prestige, while prioritizing peace and security diplomacy, economic and commercial diplomacy, and global governance. The draft policy will also be presented to Parliament for consideration before its launch in December. Kenya's first foreign policy since independence was published in 2014, providing a reference point on the country's foreign relations. Opito Chemtai for Prime Edition.